I'm going to be myself authentically in front of you. Like, I'm going to be imperfect in front of you. What you see is what you get.
Who I am on the internet is who I am in private.
One thing that I have realized with content creation is that there's no such thing as a wrong audience.
Come on.
You may think that, okay, well, I'm getting so much hate, but you might be the exact seed they needed. People are always being influenced. They're not always being influenced by God. And if you don't have that personal relationship, you will lose yourself. It's so crazy how church hurt is a phrase, but not church love. Like, why is church hurt so common?
Man.
And not church love? But it's because you guys love to hurt people.
Let's try this again. All right, you guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Try This Again, baby. I'm still in LA. And yeah, I'm gonna bring it up. Don't mind me. I had this outfit on another episode. Don't worry about it. Yeah, mind your business, okay? Yeah, but we're here. Y'all know I bulk shoot in LA. If you do not listen to the audio, you're tripping because the audio has a whole different intro than the visual. So you gotta listen to the audio every Monday on Apple, Spotify, iHeart, wherever you get your podcast. The audio is out on Monday. And on Tuesday, we drop the YouTube. So maybe this is just dropping. Maybe you just now checking in. It could be a Thursday, a Friday, a Saturday. I don't know when you're watching this. It could be 2 months later. But this dropped on Tuesday. If you're watching on YouTube, you guys, I have the most beautiful, not just physically, spirit, her light, her aura, her presence exudes, honey. Who she is on the internet is exactly who she walked up in this room being. Just joyful, beautiful smile, beautiful energy. Just, I love this. Is it a hat? I just love the head wrap. Yeah, so you just so cute, girl.
Oh, thank you.
You just a little ball of energy. And I'm so excited to have you on here. Jalyka. Okay, because I don't know why my brain is freezing. Jalyka. No, her name is Jalyka. And it's not that hard. It looks like it sounds. Jalyka. 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 So nice to meet you and see you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for coming on my platform.
I'm so excited to be here.
And she said, I'm not calling you B.simone. I'm calling you Braylon. I said, great, because you walking me into this new era. Let me actually take my shoes off.
Braylon is such a pretty name too, especially the way that it's spelled. I love that.
Thank
it's really cute. I can get behind that. I love the A and the E and then the L and the Y. Yeah.
The L-Y-N.
Mm-hmm. Oh, who named you that? Mommy? Daddy?
I think mommy. Mommy, you know what? I need to ask. What does this what does it mean? It got to mean resilient because it means something.
It means something.
Thank you for being here. So this is your first podcast.
This is my first podcast.
How do you feel?
Oh man, I feel blessed. Honestly, I feel blessed. This is something that I prayed about, and so I'm just like, when you get into the prayers that you've been praying, and it's like, oh my gosh, like I'm here.
It's crazy,
and it's like I noticed that when I do get into those answered prayers, it feels normal. Like, whereas when you're praying them, it feels so far away. But like when you're actually in it, it's like, oh yeah, like this is happening,
We're here.
So yeah.
Natural.
Yeah, natural.
Oh, thank you for bringing your gifts and your voice. I'm so excited to get into who this girl is because, baby, I DM'd her, y'all. I was like, I'm in LA. Like, who do I want on? Who's in LA? I was on her page and I've been following you for maybe newly now, a few months. I think I found your page and I fell in love with your content. You're just, y'all, she could sing now. Don't let this little voice fool you, baby. She could blow, honey. You sing, you act, you do music, all of the things. Would you say, I don't want to put you in a box of content creation, but how would you describe to the audience if they don't know who you are? What would you say to them of who you are?
Oh, very simply put, I would always say that I'm God's daughter.
I know that's right.
Honestly, like that really encapsulates all of it. Because when you think of God and just us being made in his image, you think of all that he's created. Like, of course, we are also creators. So I would call myself creator, artist, and art.
Come on.
You know what I mean? But just a few of the things that I do is sing. I do music. I play instruments. I do music production. Online, I do funny videos. I'm just myself. That's really how I, garnered my following and doing airbrush makeup as well. I don't know. Like every time somebody tells me, like they ask me, like, "Well, who are you?" I'm just like, "Well, stick around long enough, you'll find out.
You gonna see?
You know what I mean? You're gonna see."
This is just the beginning.
Yeah, like I've never been like a niche person. Do you know what I mean? Everybody's like always like niche down, niche down, niche down. No,
that's so
like,
old
this
school.
is just me. Yeah,
you can do everything.
Yeah. So I don't even know. Just so many things that I am. But music and makeup and a personality, and also being an inspiration to those that follow me in a light is really, really important to me, and just being a good representation of Christ.
I'm so proud of you. Oh, yeah, I am.
Thank you. I'm proud of you too.
Because you're so bold, like in your love for God and who you are. You're confident in who you. How old are you?
I'm 24.
You're a baby, and I'm 10 years older than you. I'm 35, and I'm just like, I mean, it's still a journey, but thank you. You said I'm so proud of you too. Thank you, but just knowing who you are in Christ at such a young age. I know you're an adult, you know, you're grown, but it's 24 is still young. You're still learning yourself. You're still becoming.
Yeah.
I think we're always becoming, but you're so bold in your love for God. And that's one of the things that drew me to you. And you told me you were homeschooled.
Yes.
At a young age. Yes. And you seem so confident now at 24. Like, how did homeschooling shape your confidence in being different? Because homeschooling is very different. So you're like, I'm different. This is different. How did you always walk in that confidence, or is it something you had to grow into?
You know, one of my favorite songs by SZA was Normal Girl. You know, I wish I was a normal girl. You know, I used to I used to blast them because I'm like, wow, like I really do wish I was a normal girl.
Aww.
Especially, you know, when it came to like boys and stuff, I wasn't allowed to have boyfriends.
I know,
yeah. You know, you get into those things, and you know, it wasn't even that. My mom was just strict.
Okay.
Like me being homeschooled, I wasn't allowed to have friends, like period. So yeah,
what's the why behind that? What was her thought process? Have y'all ever talked about that?
Yes, her thought process was she didn't want me to have distractions, and she didn't want me to live an average life. Homeschooling, I do think, shaped me completely, and also didn't mold me, if that makes sense. So when you go to school, like regular school, they kind of just put you in a box, and like you have to be in this box. You have to have a certain amount of grades, like, and the people around you shape you and who you are. But the reason why I was able to hold on to my uniqueness and my childlike persona and just like me being me is because I never had any like outside influences. I was just able to grow wild and free, right?
Oh,
so I think that definitely just helped me to be who I am today, openly. And honestly too, learning humans has been like a really interesting thing. I noticed that like there's a lot of patterns.
In what way? Like, give me an example. You're saying as an adult?
Yes, like as an adult, like learning humans, because like I said, I didn't have friends. So it's like watching the way that people maneuver, like and the human race like maneuvers. I'm like, oh, okay. Because, you know, with being an influencer, right, you influence people. And so like to watch myself influence people is honestly like, it's really It's a crazy thing to see like in real life, because it's not only just online, but if I'm in like a room of people, I've seen myself do it where it's like I move first and then everybody else will follow.
That's a gift.
It is a gift. It is a gift. It's God entrusts you with influence, you know, and I can tell that I have been also just given the mantle of trailblazing. You know, another thing is just like with my man.
Yeah, we gonna get there. Her man, honey.
But he's a pastor, and so with him being a pastor, when we do get married, it's like that first lady, you know, a mantle would be on me, and it's like no one has ever seen a first lady like this. So it's a first, and It's a first with a lot of things, honestly.
Does
like,
it feel weighty?
Yes, it is very weighty, very heavy. Yes, all the time, honestly. And then also just like the criticism that comes with it as well. People don't really understand. And
Make laundry day the best day of the week with laundry sauce. Y'all, let's cut it out. We all dreamed of that Euro summer you saw all over TikTok. And if you don't quite make it there or you're still daydreaming about going back, we've got the next best thing in laundry pod form. Y'all, it's not about laundry. It's about setting the mood. Laundry sauce brings the fragrance, the clean, and the energy. I actually did a whole tutorial on how I use it on my Instagram stories because I fell in love with the product that much and I wanted to show y'all. When I say the packaging is so modern, it's so clean and sleek, and the smell is so refreshing. I actually get excited to do laundry now. I used it for the past 2 laundry days, and I'm so happy with the outcome. It smells way better than my old detergent, and the scent is long lasting, but I also love the luxury feel of the packaging. I just feel rich when I do my laundry. It's just so fly. Like, I cannot wait for y'all to order and see it for yourself. Make laundry day the best day of the week. Get 20% off your entire order at Laundry Sauce with code b.simone at laundrysauce.com/b.simone, #laundry sauce pod. You guys go cop you some.
One thing that I have realized with content creation is that there's no such thing as a wrong audience.
Come on.
You may think that, okay, well, I'm getting so much hate, but you might be the exact seed they needed, planted, because it's one thing to throw seed into a garden that's already flourishing, but throwing seed in the concrete, something's gonna catch. You see what I'm saying? You may not be the first seed, you may not be, but at least you're not just in front of people who already agree with you, but in front of people who need that, because it's like there's a certain type of and empathy that we need to have for people who are not right. You see what I'm saying? Like, when you know that you're right and people tell you, oh, you're wrong, and you know that you're right, it's you have to feel an empathy for them because it's like they don't know any better.
They don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
Lacking knowledge.
Exactly. So, but yeah, like whenever, you end up in front of the wrong audience or the audience that needs teaching, it can be really tough, especially just like hearing what they say, and especially being someone who does take correction, right?
Right. But you can't take accountability.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you can only take correction from people who are correct, right? So
hey, Shabbat Soto. Rastam.
You
Rastaman.
Rastaman.
I don't know if I'm in Jamaica or speaking tongues. Say it again.
Yeah, you can only take correction from people who are correct. And it really does take that personal relationship with God. Because people are always being influenced. They're not always being influenced by God. And if you don't have that personal relationship, you will lose yourself. You will literally like be lost. You'll be confused. And God gives you direct instructions. And that confusion comes when you start listening to everybody else around you. But it also takes that faith, that trust in Him, to just continue on the path. Like I don't know where you're taking me, God. I don't know. Because one thing I tell Joshua all the time is like, being a trailblazer, you're literally going down.
There is no trail.
There is no trail.
Like, no one's ever done it. You're blazing the trail, and they're going to follow the trail.
Yeah.
You are. When I hear trailblazer, and you said it twice, and I feel like I'm the same person. Like, it's a forest.
Yeah.
And I have this stake with a fire.
Yeah.
And I'm walking through and making the pathway.
Yeah.
There is no path.
Yeah.
I'm creating it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what a trailblazer is.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's heavy. It's heavy because we got followers, literally.
And Denzel said that recently. He said, for you to be, what did he say? You got to be leading them.
Yeah.
You got to be leading them somewhere if they following.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like you're doing that. You said something. You said they'll never see a first lady like this. Like, you about to be a first lady. When you and your boyfriend get married, he's a pastor, that you're a first lady right after marriage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a first lady like this. What is like this? What is traditional? Give me traditional first lady and tell me who you are as a first lady, what that looks like.
Honestly, I think that, and this is not even just as a first lady, but as a Christian.
A woman of God. Yep.
I believe that authenticity has been lacking for like so much, like these past years. And it's like, when these leaders that are Christian and they come out and like something comes out where they're not who they said they were, it's like there's this big uproar, but it's like they put on this front to be perfect in front of all of these faces, and that's never who they really were. And so now people still are expecting that, where they're like, oh, be perfect for us. But that's not me. I'm going to be myself authentically in front of you. Like, I'm going to be imperfect in front of you. What you see is what you get.
Who I am on the internet is who I am in private.
Exactly. Like, there is no, and what they're expecting is for me to put on this perfect front and do all of the things that I want to do in private. But it's not going to go down like that.
Come on.
Because it's like, also another thing is that it's like nothing that like I'm doing out in the public is like inherently like, oh, you're sinning. But they just don't want to see it. They want you to be that role model for them. And it's like, you're looking for Christ in me.
Ooh.
And it's like, yes, okay, we should be a representation of Christ. We should be, but you shouldn't be idolizing me. You should never be idolizing me. You shouldn't be idolizing anybody. You should be idolizing Christ. So when you look to me and like, oh, I want to be like her, or people are looking at you because they want to be like you. I don't want people to be like me. I want them to feel comfortable to be themselves and know that it's okay to grow in Christ. That you don't have to come to him perfect. Like, none of us will ever be perfect. None of us will ever be Jesus.
Come on.
And so that's really my thing. My bio on TikTok is publicly imperfect, because I do think that there is power in having that calling of growing in public. It is so weighty,
hard.
But it's weighty. Like, there are so many people, 99% of people are growing in private.
Yeah.
And so what we're doing, growing in public, it means more than we think, because the haters can be so loud, but we're seen by so many, and it gives them courage to know that they're not alone in their private journeys. And it takes those of us who are brave to grow out loud and continue growing, you know, and not just go into our shell, because it can be so easy to be like, oh my gosh, like,
I ain't sharing nothing else with y'all. Y'all tell me that every time I say something.
I'm done. Yeah.
When did you know that being authentic and growing in public and sharing your story and all of this wasn't just a choice you had to make? It was your calling. Because what you're saying is it's a calling.
Yeah.
And I said this on a previous episode. My vulnerability, my transparency, God wanted us in a time as this on social media.
Yeah.
Not fighting for civil rights in the 80s, or not the 80s, way before the 80s, or not adults in the 80s, not adults in the 90s. We were born for a time like this to be public figures on the internet, this new wave of influence.
Yeah.
I say I want to make an impact. It's our calling. And he placed us in this time for him to reach the people we don't even know we're reaching.
Right.
There's women that you will never know you even changed their lives with your voice, with your story, with your vulnerability, with your transparency, because they see their self in you.
Yeah.
And they don't feel like they have to be perfect. They don't feel like they have to be this cookie cutter Christian.
Right.
Those are the people we're called to.
Right.
So when did you know it was more than I'm just choosing this? This is my calling. And I know God is calling me to this, and I have to do it. Now this is my calling. It's not just a choice.
Yeah. Recently, actually, just in the past, I would probably say the past 3 weeks, like I like really like came like, oh my gosh, like this is a calling.
Wow.
Because I've been authentic on my platform. Like, this is just me, you know, like this is who God created me to be. Obviously, like, you know, he knew me in my mother's womb. You see what I'm saying? He knew all this was gonna happen. But like, I was just being me, la la la, and then boom, all of a sudden it's a calling. You know what I mean?
You're like, oh, this is an anointing. This isn't just a personality.
Exactly. Right. This is an anointing. But there was a certain situation that happened on my TikTok, and I wore an outfit that actually I wanted to talk to you about modesty.
Yes. Let's talk about it.
Because there was an outfit that I wore to a Beyonce concert that I was sent to, and for a brand trip. And like everybody came in the comments, and they were like, oh well, like what you're wearing is not modest, it's not modest, it's not modest, it's not modest. And modesty is something that I have been seeking God about for years now. Like everybody thinks that, oh well, just because me and Joshua are together now, and because I've started to open my mouth to speak, that or just because I just got baptized in December of last year, that I'm a baby Christian. But I'm not. And that's not the case. Like I decided to get baptized when I was ready. Do you see what I'm saying? I wasn't ready before, and that's just it. But I've been seeking God about modesty, and when I wore that outfit and put it up on my page, it was all of this uproar from Christians and believers, and they were like, oh, well, you're this, you're that, you're not cut out for this, you're not this. And like I started to like get shaky and like have like anxiety, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to be a negative representation of God. But I also knew the story behind like how I got the outfit and how he gave me this brand trip, like right when I was about to give up. Like I knew all of these were given to me by God, but what they're saying is not aligning. And I'm like, God, I've been seeking you on modesty, but I'm missing something. I'm missing something, because they're telling me to read this verse, 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. And I'm like, but God, I'm missing something, because I'm not seeing what they're saying. Nowhere in the Bible do I see you say cover up, cover up, cover up. That's all. The Bible says cover up. Does the Bible say that? I'm reading my Bible. I don't see it say that anywhere. And I started to dig deeper, because I'm like, because now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Right. Because now
I want to know the truth now.
Yes. Like now, because like everybody's like, oh, well, you're not modest. You're not modest. I'm like, there's something going on. I'm like, God, I know there's something going on that like I'm missing. Because on top of that, there are people who are not Christians in the comments, and they're like, oh, well, I'm glad I'm not Christian. Because are you guys seeing what you're doing? Like, are you seeing what you're doing? It's so crazy how church hurt is a phrase, but not church love. Like, why is church hurt so common?
Man.
And not church love? But it's because you guys love to hurt people.
Hey, babies, let me ask you something real quick. Do you ever feel like the biggest obstacle in your healing journey is inside your own head? Like you're doing all this work to grow, but you keep thinking, what if deep down I'm actually a terrible person? Or you're trying to get stronger in your faith, but you keep having disturbing thoughts that make you question your relationship with God. Or maybe you have this persistent fear of not living up to your potential, so you overanalyze every decision until you're paralyzed. If any of this is home, you should know that these experiences can be signs of OCD. I know it might surprise you, because OCD is so misunderstood. It's not about being clean or real. OCD is having unwanted, intrusive thoughts that go after the things you care about most, your relationships, health, faith, and your values. These thoughts feel so real and scary. You'll try anything to make them stop, like constantly asking friends for reassurance, avoiding things that typically bring you joy, or spending hours analyzing your thoughts to try to figure out what they really mean about you. But the more you try to fight OCD thoughts, the stronger they get. That's why OCD is so debilitating. It can steal your energy, your confidence, and your ability to live the life you want. But there's hope, because OCD is one of the most treatable mental health conditions when you get the right kind of specialized therapy. Regular talk therapy just isn't equipped for this and can even make OCD worse. You need ERP therapy, which stands for exposure and responsive prevention. It's the most effective treatment for OCD. And that's why I want to tell you about NoCD. NoCD is the world's leading provider for OCD treatment, with licensed therapists who specialize in treating OCD with ERP. Through live, face-to-face virtual sessions, your NoCD therapist will help you break these patterns and take your power back from OCD so you can step fully into your purpose. Therapy with NoCD is covered by insurance for over 155 million Americans, and that includes support between sessions, so you never have to feel alone in this journey. If any of this sounds familiar, go to nocd.com to learn more and book a free call with their team. That's nocd.com. Don't let OCD hold you back from your dreams.
Anyways,
100%, girl.
What I found out was that, well, as we know, that the devil is he's the master counterfeiter.
deception,
He's
manipulating words,
Exactly.
manipulating truth.
Exactly.
He's a liar.
Exactly.
He twists stuff.
He twists.
I'm like, do y'all not see what's happening?
He twists things. And in that same verse that they use to, often weaponize modesty, is they say, oh well, it's talking about a woman's dress, right? Which actually, let me just go ahead.
You said I got my notes.
Let me read it.
Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 9, it talks about modesty in the way of dressed, so not to be prideful.
Wow.
It says, and I want women to be modest in their appearance. They should wear decent and appropriate clothing and not draw attention to themselves, right? By the way they fix their hair, or by wearing gold or pearls or expensive clothes. Now, if we just stop there, it's like when you think about what he's saying, by wearing gold or pearls or expensive clothes, nowhere here did he say, oh, by wearing something that doesn't show their skin. So I'm like, it's obvious to me that he's speaking of humility, to dress in humility and not to show off just in your clothes, but for women who claim to be devoted to God should make themselves attracted by the good things that they do, right? So I'm like, so he's talking about a heart posture, right? But where did they get this from? Where did they get this from, that modesty is covering up yourself? And so I started to do some deep research. And I'm sure you've never heard of Pudicitia. That is a Greek goddess.
Okay.
That is personified by a virtue. And she is the goddess of modesty and sexual virtue. So very often do we hear that Christianity is the white man's religion, right? And it's not that it's a white man's religion, but the culture of Christianity today is heavily influenced by, well, white men. And not even just white men, but trauma. That whole cover up your body so that someone else won't lust after you, that is not, that is something that was a Greco-Roman ideology.
Okay.
Because men were taken over by their lust for women. And it is, she literally had like a cult and everything like that. So like, oh, well, cover up your body so that men wouldn't lust after you, but that's not in the Bible. So that ideology that they're taking of modesty is literally an ideology that is not from the Bible.
Biblical.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's literally from trauma and from a Greek goddess. And it's like, if we really want to talk about it, it's like, are you following God or are you following an ideology given to you by man? And it is so deep within the culture that it's like, wow, like, you know, oftentimes people try to snip leaves and they don't try to uproot things. But like, I got to the bottom of it and I was like, wow, like people don't realize that they're using a version of modesty that was never God's intended motive or his intended way to think of it. It's, go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh.
I don't want to interrupt you. Yeah, I have a question, but I'm gonna ask you in a minute.
It is the same ideology that says to little girls, okay, you can't wear shorts because your uncle is around. It's the same ideology that says to a woman who was raped, what were you wearing? That is what you're teaching women, that men lusting after them is their fault. But it's like when Uriah's wife was bathing and David was looking at her bathing, do we say, oh yeah, she shouldn't have been bathing out there on the roof? Like, David is the one who lusted after her. And it's not a women against men thing. When I hear someone say, cover up, mind you, the Bible never said that. When I hear someone say, cover up, I'm like, are you covering up someone's body or are you covering up lust? where is the accountability? And it's like the more that you, because if every woman walked around covered up completely, that would not stop anyone from lusting.
100%.
It wouldn't. And I feel like I just think that really is an insidious, just another twisted way that the devil uses
to not get to the root.
Exactly. To distract you, you know, because the devil does work in distraction. And so I just want to talk about that because I've never heard anybody talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's like we keep on, you know, going with the customs of the world and not renewing our mind, right? Being conformed. And what they try to say is, oh, well, we're allowed to judge righteously.
Yeah.
But when Jesus said to judge righteously in John 7:24, he said, judge not by appearance, but judge with righteous judgment. So if you're judging by appearance,
you're already wrong.
You're not judging with righteous judgment.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love your perspective on that. And thank you for sharing that. I think I'm over here thinking as you're speaking. I don't know all the Bible verses. I don't know theology. I don't study the Bible yet. Mm-hmm. I'm getting to that point in my Christian walk. Like, God is like, all right, you off milk now. Mm-hmm. You've been doing that for 2 years.
Yeah.
That ain't it.
Yeah.
Like, it's time to get in your word and not just reading. I'm reading scripture, having my
girl,
devotion.
it gets good.
He's like, you need to study the word. Not read it. You need to study it.
Yeah.
Like, you just said you went down this rabbit hole. Like, let me dig deeper. Where does this come from? You're studying.
Yeah.
Do you think as women, there is a responsibility on our end to, outside of the word modesty, to dress a certain way?
I do.
Okay.
I still do. Because women have been healed and what's the word? They get convicted of dressing a certain way. And when you get convicted of dressing a certain way, it can be because you're idolizing your body or using your body in a certain
as
way.
As a tool. Oh, man. For attention.
Right. Because
validation.
Exactly. The Bible does talk about having a seductive spirit or seducing, right? It talks about seducing with your eyes. It talks about seducing even with your dress in Proverbs 7. So I do believe that with intent, if you are dressing to seduce, if you're dressing for attention to your body, if you feel that your body is a source of your self-worth, God will heal that. And when he heals that, you're going to cover up your body because God does not want you to idolize anything above him. So if you're idolizing your body and the assets that he gave you above him, yes, he is going to tell you to cover that up. So I do believe that modesty does come with a certain type of conviction, but I do not believe that it should be rooted in shame and in accountability for someone else's lust. But I do believe that there can be propriety, and I do think that there is such thing as dressing appropriately, right? And decent.
Yep.
So, yes.
Beautiful. I'm so glad you shared that. I love that. That's a great perspective. You got me over here thinking. I'm like, because I did go through it. I went through a season where I got baptized recently 2 years ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And rededicated my life to Christ. And when I fully had a deeper relationship with him. And there's levels. You keep going deeper and deeper and growing and growing and growing. And I didn't get out the water and was like, I can't cuss. I can't drink. I can't have sex. I can't smoke. I have to throw out my clothes. I got to throw out all my... I didn't feel like that.
Yeah.
I got out the water and as I kept walking, I was like, I don't want to wear that anymore.
Yeah.
That doesn't align with me.
Yeah.
Some things I was delivered from instantly. Some convictions happened over time, and I'm still working on it. Like, if you go back to my early podcast, I'm cussing up a storm. Mm-hmm. One might slip here and there. I'm still cussing a little bit now, okay? But instead of 200 words, it's 5. Yeah. It's 3. It's 2. And I'm conscious of it. I'm aware of it. You know, so with the clothes, and I feel like, I had I was like, why would I wear that? I was like, you have these revelations and you're like, it's just not me anymore.
Yes.
I'm not forcing my flesh to not sin. I just
Right.
naturally was convicted and didn't
Right.
want. God started delivering me from certain things. Like you
Right.
said, the attention. I look back at a lot of my old videos and I'm in the
Mhm.
camera and I'm like,
Vanity. It's vanity.
girl, I'm like, ew, you spirit? Why
No,
are you
really.
doing that to the
Really?
camera?
Really?
I can't even do it anymore. Like I
Yeah.
set the camera up and I'm
No,
like,
really.
I'm awkward now. Cause I used to be like, just like very
Right.
like, I know this nigga that I like finna watch this story.
Right.
And I'm finna make him think I'm fine. I know he gonna DM me. My titties is that.
Yeah.
But in the moment, you don't, it's the lack of knowledge. It's
Right.
the veil on your eyes. You're not
Right.
necessarily consciously saying you're doing that.
Right.
You're just doing it. I'm not
Right.
like, oh, this is a seductive spirit.
Yeah.
Like I'm,
Yeah.
it was just natural to who I was at that time.
Yeah.
And I look back on it, I'm like, whoa, like it's just not me anymore. I've been
Yeah.
delivered from that, but there's a
Yeah.
million other things I'm still working on,
Yeah.
right? So I felt like I was hearing God's voice in a certain way.
Mhm.
How do you know when you're hearing God's voice, and how do you differentiate? Is that the word?
Differentiate.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
You got it.
Jalyka. You got it. You're so cute and confident. I'm over here like, how do you decipher? Change the word.
Yeah.
From your own thoughts, God's thoughts and your thoughts. Like, how do you know when you're hearing God's voice? There might be that girl out there, that woman out there that's like, dang, I feel like, is that God? Is that me? Is that my mama? Is that my thoughts from my childhood? Is that an ideology I've picked up over time? Like, how do, for you,
Yeah.
excuse me, when you're hearing God's voice, how do you know it's him and not your own thoughts or anxiety or fear or whatever, like,
Mm-hmm. Truthfully, at first, you don't. Honestly, like,
you're like, hold on now. You have to learn his voice. Yeah.
Yes. Like, the best way to talk to God is to get in his word. The first way, like when you're first trying to like figure out, okay, like how do I hear God's voice? You kind of use the Bible to hear from him. So what I used to do is I used to pray and then ask the Holy Spirit to come into me and to give me revelation, right? Like as I pray about something specifically and then open up the Bible like to a random page.
Yeah.
Like
No,
but it worked. It worked.
You be like, no, you didn't talk to me about
Yeah.
what? Like,
It
yeah,
be-
you'd be like, whoa.
it
That don't
be
work
working.
every time. I'll be trying to like, it's not a magic ball. Abracadabra.
It be working
It do
though.
be working.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it be working.
Yeah.
You know, if you pay attention, if you
Yeah.
know what you're looking for
Yeah.
as well. And then like always seeking him. I do believe also like sitting in silence, because there is also like be still and know that I am God. I do think that meditation is really, really important. You know, the Bible says to pray, but it also says to pray and meditate. So
on
once
the
you
word.
pray, it's not supposed to be just a monologue. You know, prayer is a conversation. And so when you pray, you listen, you pray and are silent and you listen. Sometimes you may not hear anything. Sometimes you may. But God's voice is not like,
Yeah.
you're good. No, it's not like,
Yeah.
it's not scary. It's
Yeah.
not. A lot of times it can just be a nudge to do something at first. And the more sensitive that you become to those nudges, you'll start to hear like a small, still voice.
Come on.
And to hear a small, still voice, you have to be quiet. And when you start to hear that voice, honestly, it does like feel like yourself. But a determining factor is to first know God's character, which
Would he
reading
say
the Bible,
that?
exactly,
Mm.
which reading the Bible helps. There's this one analogy that like really gets me is like, if you know your mom, right? You know your mom doesn't like bacon, okay? And somebody calls you, it's your mom's voice, right? We have AI now. If you hear your mom's voice and she's like, oh my God, I love bacon so much. You get me? It's your mom's voice, but she's saying that she loves bacon. Pick me up some bacon. This ain't my mom.
You had bacon for 30 years.
This is not my mom. It's about knowing his character as well. Would God say this? Would God not say this? And then also asking for confirmation. You ask God for confirmation through miracle signs, wonders.
Yep.
God, show me in a way that I can understand, and he will
He will.
listen to you.
He will.
He will do it. God cares about every little thing. in our lives, not just the big things. He cares about every little small detail. So what I always say is try him. You know what I'm saying? Try God.
him.
Try it. Just try it. But honestly, like when I first started hearing God's voice, I thought I was going. I really thought like I was like, oh my God, I don't know. No. Really, like I and Josh was with me through that whole time. Because like even like moving to LA, like God told me to do that, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm losing my mind.
Did I make the right decision? Did I hear him correctly? Yep.
I don't know, because like that's when the fires were happening and everything like that, and it's my first time moving out. Like it was a roller coaster, like, but through it all, like I really learned to hear his voice. And it's like now, and I think it's been about, I would say like 10 months now of like really like, okay, like hearing his voice, that like I'm at the point where like, okay, God told me because like, I know, you know. Before it was like, well, I think God told me,
and baby, I don't say God told me unless I know.
Yeah, you can't.
What? You can't. I don't play with that.
Yeah,
that people be throwing that around. God said, girl,
did God say that?
I ain't got time to play with you now. Do you know or not?
Yeah,
you know. And my friend might ask me and my homegirl, we were like, she's like, what do you think about it? I was like, I don't know yet. Yeah. Like I don't have a knowing yet. I'm not going to speak on that. I don't know yet. Exactly. Like I'm not sure. I'm still confused about it. Like I will not be like God said if I don't really know he said it.
Yeah. Because you can't play. You can't just say.
You can't play with that. You can't just
say things in God's name. If you don't know.
If you don't know.
Yeah.
That
if
you
you
know,
don't
that
know.
you know.
So I don't say it unless I know for sure.
I love that.
But yeah, that's what I would say is to like be still. And just continue to try him. That's what I would say.
What would you say to a woman who is seeking his voice or seeking deeper relationship? And I always say women, because 90% of my audience, y'all, I love you guys too. Hi, LTTA man is coming soon, okay? We're going to get Josh on the couch or something, okay? Yes. LTTA man, we got y'all too, men. The men be so mad, like, stop saying women. But you know, I'm sorry. It's most of the women are out there, but I love the men too. But what would you say to somebody that feels like God is silent in this season? Like they are just waiting in silence. Like, you know, it's just like those
are
silent
the
seasons.
Hardest seasons. Cause like I miss my daddy.
Give me a miracle. Give me a sign. Give me a wonder.
Like where you at? Where you at, God? I've had those seasons, and I think still in those seasons, I made a TikTok about this. I was like, today I'm yelling at God because I'm like, God, what's up? Like you told me this. I'm not seeing where you're coming from. Like, and I think it's so important for us not to hide from God. You know, I mean, that's what we did in the garden. We hid from him. We lied to him.
He already knows.
It's like if we're upset with God, I notice that it's hard for me to pray when I'm upset with him and I don't want to express how I feel. But I'm sure that I know now that he would rather me come to him upset and angry and express myself rather than just like holding it from him. You know, when we don't pray, we kind of tell God like, hey, I got this, you know, I'm self-reliant.
Man.
And we are not.
We do not have nothing.
We don't have it. And so in those silent seasons, like don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to yell. And definitely don't let the devil attack your prayer life. That's what I would say. Don't let the devil attack your prayer life. Continue to pray even when he's quiet. Usually a quiet season, a silent season signifies a test. You know, they always say that like the teacher is quiet during the test. Like you've been going through these lessons. He's been teaching you things. He's been, you know, he's testing you. Now, what are you going to do when I mean, you know, look at Job, right? Like, you think you can, he ain't gonna cuss me. What are you going to do when I'm silent? Are you just going to love me when I am giving you things? Are you just going to love me when I'm constantly there for you? I'm constantly talking? Like, how much do you love me? You know, these are tests. Are you still going to be obedient when you can't hear what I said? I told you something. Wow. Are you going to do it? Or are you going to wallow and in your own pity?
Wow.
What are you going to do? He's watching you now to see, are you learning the lessons that he's a good father? You know, are you learning the lessons that I'm giving you? I guess like a question that I want to ask you too, because like I've been asking my friends this.
Yeah.
If there was no heaven, would you still follow God? Like, and if God didn't give you things, would you still love him?
It's so crazy that you're saying that, because I just had this conversation and my friend was like, what are you working on with God? I was like, I am working on, and what it wasn't my friend actually. This was yesterday, and it was a girl named Melanie. Hey, Melanie.
Hey, Melanie.
I met her yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I knew God. I went to support my friend's restaurant in downtown LA, and she walked in with a friend of my friend that I was supporting, and we sat down. We weeping in the middle of Crab House.
That's
Crab girl.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. I wish crying was normalized.
Beautiful.
Honestly.
Baby, I normalized it. I was over there. Jesus. Ooh, hallelujah. I'm like, they getting crab legs. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, I know this is God.
Yeah.
But I was crying looking at her. And I said, I am working on my because she was so passionate about, she's like, I love Jesus. Like you could tell it wasn't a facade.
Yeah.
It wasn't an act. Her eyes were welling up. She was like, I just love him. I love being in his presence. I love spending time with him. And I'm like, man, like I cannot wait until I get to the point where, because I'm not there yet, where my love for Christ and me seeking him isn't transactional. I'm getting there. I'm aware of it. But I'm like, I want to just love you.
Yeah.
Even if you're not giving me something.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not, and even when I pray, I'm thanking him in advance. I thank you for financial freedom. I thank you for my husband. I thank you for I'm not begging God either. Please help me. It's my prayers are never just begging him.
Yes.
It's gratitude. It's, I already know you're going to do it. It's faith. It's all of the things. It's, hey, order my steps today. I don't know what's going on now. Come on now. Help me.
Yeah.
Like I talk like that.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, that goes to your question that you just asked. If there was no reward, the reward is dwelling with him forever. The reward is being in his presence. If the reward was just relationship and loving him without a transaction, which would you still do it? And I'm like, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
And I'm very aware of it. And I want to know what that feels like.
Yeah.
Like people are so hungry for the word and people are so hungry to know more. I'm like, am I hungry for revelation? Am I hungry for a miracle? Am I hungry for him to do it again, what he's already done? I don't want to just be hungry for that.
Yeah.
I want to be hungry just for him.
Right.
And I'm that is a new question that I've asked myself. Like literally I articulated it for the first time yesterday. And the fact that you're asking me that, I'm like, I'm doing good. I'm growing.
Yeah.
I'm growing, you know, and he's not offended by that. God's not offended by,
not at all.
You know, he's like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Dig a little deeper.
Yes.
You know, not fix that, but explore that.
Yes.
You know, so I'm exploring that. I'm like, I deleted all my apps. So I had to download Instagram to even DM you. And then I deleted it and I downloaded it again to DM all my guests. And I'm like, I'm working on getting off, right? Just detaching. And I woke up, I'm staying with my friend Tiffany out here in LA. And I woke up and I'm like, I usually run to Snapchat. Snapchat's gone. TikTok's gone. Instagram's gone. I deleted Threads. I'm barely on Threads. Facebook is on there because I don't use Facebook.
Right.
I'm like, I woke up and I just sat there. I'm like, okay, so if I try to bring it to real life, like relationship.
Yeah.
If Jesus was my man.
Yeah.
Or my friend. Or how do I spend time with this person without expecting anything in return?
Right.
How do I listen to them? How do I respect their boundaries? How do I love them without it being transactional?
Right.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like talking to him and I'm sitting and I'm listening to my worship and I'm like, okay, well, just start off with worship. Just worship him.
Yeah.
Thank him. Don't ask for nothing. Don't even think about your future. Don't think about your finances. Don't think about what he can do for you.
Right.
Don't think about what he has done.
Right.
Just thank him for being who he is, for creating you, for the gift of life. So for me, to answer your question, that's a new thing that I'm working on. And I think for me, starting with just gratitude and not seeking anything from him is the first step for that. And that this is something so new. So the fact that you're asking this is just another confirmation that God, you know, he hears me and he sees me, and it's new. It's like, I don't want my relationship with him to be so transactional.
Yeah.
LTTA family, are you a part of the exclusive LTTA app community? If not, you're missing out on exclusive content just like this. The app is still invite only, so join the movement now for exclusive content, BTS, and private events, y'all. Make sure you go to ltta.app and register now to unlock your invite. Yes, the app is invite only, and you don't want to miss any more content, so go now. That's ltta.app. Go unlock your invite now.
Yeah, I think, and I mean, this just fell into my spirit, but it's like, how would we feel, you know, if somebody only loved us for what we could do for them?
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's so horrible. It's sad.
Yeah. Nobody likes to feel used, you know? And it's in that we can just appreciate his presence, you know? Just, I mean, come on, like, we're alive, like, we're breathing air. Our hearts beat, like, without us even doing anything.
It's crazy. It's insane.
It's God.
It's God. Every second is a miracle.
Every second. And it's actually funny too, because gratitude is what gives you more. You see what I'm saying? It's like, it just in that contentment, right? That's what brings more. There's this thing that's been really just going around, like, on the internet about the law of detachment, right?
Okay.
And really often again, like, people, like, they look at the leaves of things and they don't get to the root of it. But everything like that, every new thing that they come up with is already something that God, you know, already said, right? But he gives you the root, okay? So contentment, gratitude is how you reach into detachment, because they say the law of detachment is how you get things, right? How you manifest things is what they're saying, is that it's the law of detachment.
Okay.
And it's true, because once you are content, you start working on what you have in your hands. You start using the things that you have.
Man,
it will automatically bring you to where you have more. That's the key, is contentment, to detach from something so that you're not consistently reaching. Oh my God, I want this, I want this.
More, trying to achieve, trying to reach.
Exactly. How you detach from that outcome is focusing on what you have now. Contentment and gratitude is the key to detaching from the future, because even God says you don't worry about tomorrow, because it has its own things going on. Like tomorrow has its own worries for itself.
Be in the moment.
Be here. In the moment. Be here today. Be present, because the present is a gift. Right?
The present is a present.
Exactly. The present is a present.
I love that. You're so mature for your age.
Oh, thank you.
You're so dope.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your relationship.
Okay.
Okay. Look at her just lighten up. Zoom in on that smile and them cheeks. Look at
That's my man. That's my man.
Hey,
That's
brother.
My man.
How did y'all meet? How did that come about? And were y'all on separate journeys with God, or did y'all coming together to bring you closer to God? Like, give me a little backstory.
I'll give you the backstory on my end. I honestly, I was not looking for a relationship, to be honest with you. Like, I had actually just got out of that. I was like, God, you know what? I'm going to focus on myself. That's what I said. I had just entered into a monk mode, which is something that me and my friends do every year. We're actually about to enter into another one.
What is that?
It's a 3-month fast, right? But you're not like fasting for food from 3 months, although people do that.
Yeah.
But
I made it 13 days. I said, woo.
Wow.
Yeah, frail.
You're right. Ooh. No, guy, you're a soldier. I got anemia. I can't do stuff like that.
Yeah, okay.
My legs will start losing circulation. Real life. This is not a joke, but no. It's a 3-month fast. So what I fasted from then was sexual conversations, right? I fasted from red meat, okay? Like just different things that I thought was like, okay, like this is taking me from God, right? Like alcohol, partying, like just masturbation, okay? Like, you know, I was like, I'm just gonna cut these things out and do it for God, and let's see what happens. Let's see how I transform. But in cutting those things out, I replace them with other things, okay? Like no alcohol, all right? I'm going to drink lots of water, right? No sugar, I'm going to eat more fruits.
Okay, no masturbation, what?
No masturbation. You pray. Honestly, it's yeah.
I haven't in a while. I threw my toys away about a year ago. I've been doing good. I ain't had sex in 2 years, so I'm yeah, girl.
That's tea. That's so tea.
Thank
So
you.
tea. It's not easy, especially like when you've been someone who is like hypersexual,
girl.
Right? Like you know,
don't let me like somebody.
Who wants to? Who wants to give up? No, nobody does.
Ooh.
Nobody does. Honestly.
Yeah. You said you pray.
Yeah. No. Like I mean, I don't have the list, but I did have like
replacements. Yeah.
But I had just started my monk mode, and I also had just got done studying about divine femininity, because like I realized I was like, I am in a masculine role with these men. Like I'm realizing like, because remember, like I said, I didn't have friends. I wasn't allowed to have friends growing up. Okay. So I also, like my mom wasn't single growing up, but like I had a dad, but he wasn't like really around like that. Like, and honestly, he wasn't the best example. I love you so much, Daddy, but he wasn't the best example, you know, and to like how a woman should be treated. And so when I get around my girlfriends, my new girlfriends that like I made, I'm realizing that, okay, like their dads like give them money like when they ask for it. You see what I'm saying? Like they expect a man to just like do things for them. And I'm sitting here like, oh, I'm going 50-50.
I'm trying him out.
Yeah, like what's tea? Like what's really tea? Like what's going on? Like what's I'm sitting, you know, I'm thinking, oh, I'm a great woman, but I'm getting cheated on. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm a good woman, but this is happening to me. I'm a good woman, but I'm not happy. I'm a good woman, but they want to put their hands on me. You see what I'm saying? Like why? Like why is it? What's going on? And so I started to study divine femininity and just like stepping into my feminine. And girl, I realized that I could have anybody that I wanted. I was like, no.
Okay,
like,
so where did you study that from? Like, what's the book? What's the link?
YouTube.
Divine femininity.
Yes, no, really, it was the YouTube girlies that really, I started to study. I was like, because there's something I'm missing.
Yeah.
There's something I'm missing. So it's like, I just started to, see, being homeschooled, like, you realize that.
I did my own research.
Yeah, like, I'm doing, with everything, no, really, like, you know, I yes, like, my mom taught me, but it's like, I also had to teach myself. Yep. So it's like I'm not relying on anybody else to come and try and teach me things. Yep. Like I'm teaching myself. I'm constantly learning. I'm never grown because I'm constantly growing.
I love that.
And so I started studying it. I'm like, oh, okay. So like this is how you act. It's like me thinking, oh my gosh, like I'm supposed to do more for a man to get more. No. But it's like the less you do, the more they gonna want to do that.
I know, that's what I heard, girl.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. I feel like Whitney with
the wig. Well, yours was just the hat.
Oh my God.
She said, "Nigga." Hey, Whitney.
Oh my God.
You're so cute.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so cute.
Thank you.
Jesus.
But
oh my God.
No, like I was like, okay, like I'm not supposed to be rushing.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
That's something that is actually, it puts us in our masculine energy when we rush. When we rush to get ready, when we rush to no, like it's just, we're just supposed to be smooth and soft and take our time, right? Like,
send me the links, girl. I need to learn.
I will send you the links.
Okay.
I will send you the links because it's literally
walking in your feminine.
Yes,
so you attract
like,
that masculine that can lead, that can provide. It's
so
real.
easier. Like it's easier.
The soft life, ain't that going viral?
Right.
Everybody talking about the soft life.
The soft life, literally. Like
so
we are meant
Jesus.
to be, but see, we're meant to be soft, you know. And it's like it's not your fault. It's like that's how we were taught. That's what we've seen.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, I started to study that, and I realized, like, oh my gosh, like even just like me seeing like who I am, I was like, no, I really could get anybody that I wanted. Like I really could get anybody like that I wanted. Like I started to see myself in the mirror because it's when you're humble, right? Because that really was like well, I mean, it still is me, but it's like I look in the mirror and it's like I couldn't see myself.
Man.
Like I couldn't see how beautiful I was. I couldn't see all that I am. I couldn't see all that and so I just started to really look at myself like, no, like
you're that girl.
Yeah, like I'm her, right?
Yeah.
And I started to act like it. And so honestly, like I was like, God, okay, like great, like I know who I am now. I can get anybody that I wanted.
Yep.
And so
here come this preacher.
I was like, I can get anybody that I want.
Goofball, funny comedian. He is so daggone funny to me.
Oh
and y'all together.
Oh my gosh. That thing that they say like about like have a funny guy so you can always laugh. It is so true. But let me also tell you something about having a fine man. One lie that they love to say is, oh, men are visual and women are emotional.
Maybe we visual too.
If you ever been in Morris Chestnut's comments on TikTok, women are visual and men are emotional.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? But no, like it really helps that he's like so funny, and it helps that he's like so fine. I was breaking down 2 days ago, okay,
baby.
and it's like I look at him and I'm like, he smiles. I'm like, you're so fine. You're so fine. Look at you. You're fine and you're funny. You make me laugh, and it's like you make the hard moments soft.
No.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I realized I was like I could have anybody that I want, and like I looked in my DMs, and honestly, like I saw him at first. I was like, nah, like what is he doing here? Right? Like what is he doing here? Like this man of God, mind you, like I'm getting into this monk mode because I'm lukewarm, right?
Wow.
So I'm getting into this monk mode because I'm like, I used to be on fire, but I'm not on fire anymore. And I know that you can't see that like through my content that like I love God.
So when was this? What year was this?
This was just last year.
This was last
year. We've been together, we've known each other now for a year and a month, but we've been together for 9 months going on 10.
Wow.
Yes.
This is so fresh.
Yes. November 11th last year is our anniversary. So, yeah. But I saw that he DM'd me and I was like, now what is he doing here? And it's not like I ever like didn't love God. Like if you were to read my captions, even like through all of that,
for sure.
like I was literally, you know, pouring out my heart, like how I feel. I've always been like the same person. But you know, for me, I still couldn't like truly like I was like, okay, I can get anybody that I want, but like I couldn't really see like who I was. I thought I was a heathen. I'm like, I'm a heathen. What he doing over here? But that's also another thing. Like I love a man that can read because I can read. You see what I'm saying? But like I like read. And so he would read my captions. It's like he saw that I was beautiful, but he would read my captions. You see what I'm saying? And he saw my heart. And he reached out to me and he was like, Jalyka, like your personality, your natural beauty, like all of this really captivated me. And like I'm looking on his page, I'm like, he a preacher. Oh Lord, what is he? Some got to be wrong with him because I'm lukewarm. Like, why would you be reaching out to me? You know?
Wow.
And a month later, I didn't respond. And a month later, I'm on TikTok Live, and he's on my TikTok Live because he followed me on Instagram, but I followed him on TikTok a year prior to that. Because when I first saw him, I was like, oh wow, he's a pretty face. And he also like preaches the gospel. Like, I can do that. You know, I love a pretty face and the gospel go together real good.
Real
real good. So he was on TikTok live, and like it was like when I saw him for the first time, like his voice, his smile, his personality, I was like, no, like what? He is so I was like, let me double back into the Instagram.
Let me go back to the DM.
Yeah. And so I went back to his Instagram, and I was looking, I was like, okay, let me he light skinned, but let me just, even if we're just friends, you know what I mean? We can just be friends, right? And so I responded to his DM, and like I wasn't thinking anything of it. I went back to TikTok, you know, forgetting that like I seen him on TikTok live. Why was that man on TikTok live? Oh my God, this girl DM'd me back.
You sound just
He was like, this girl DM'd me back, and he's like geeking out, and I'm like,
no,
he's talking about me. He was talking about me. He started praise dancing. Like I got the video. I gotta show you the video, but he started praise dancing on TikTok live. He was like, I gotta go, y'all.
in real time.
Yes. I was like, I gotta go. He was like, I gotta go, y'all. And he responded to me just like that. You know how like guys will like, because I took a month, right? Like I took a month to respond. He responded just like that. Like he got off TikTok live and responded just like that, because I sent him a voice message, and he sent me a voice message like right back. And honestly, like ever since then, like, well, those first 3 months that we were talking, because we're long distance.
Yeah.
So
you're in LA. Where does he live?
He's in Louisiana right now.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So, and then he was going to Hampton. So he was in Virginia, and I was in Florida. So it's always been long distance, but like, mind you, like I'm in the monk mode, and like we didn't have any like sexual conversations like at all. Like it was just, we're just talking every day for hours. Honestly, in the first 3 conversations, like I was like, oh yeah, like
this is my person.
Yeah, like I'm your rib. That's what. No,
so
really.
I'm your rib.
Yeah, I'm your rib.
So
I knew that I was looking for my man. I knew that I was looking for the person that I belonged to, and like what really like helped me with that, because like before I met him, my best friend told me, he was like, when you find your man, because you're the rib, you'll know, because like, and I'm thinking, wow, like if I'm the rib, I can't even imagine my man. Like, and it's really interesting, because it's like, I wished for so long that I was like that mysterious girl, you know, that fine, mysterious girl who she real low key, but that's not me. Like I'm so full of personality and so bubbly, and you know, you try to like dim your light because you want to fit into a mold for like, let's say like the guy that you like or the guys that you're trying to go after, when really the whole time it's like your soulmate is looking for you. And it was really when like I started to like step into, you know what, like let me just be myself. Is when you know, it presented himself to me. But in terms of like spirituality, we help each other grow. We do, like it literally is like an iron sharpens iron thing.
Like a God-centered relationship.
Absolutely.
Do you feel like this is your first relationship like that, or no? Like as far as a romantic partner?
I would say this is my first true relationship like that.
Okay.
That's what I would say. Or no, yes. Actually, yes. This is my first relationship. Like I've talked to somebody before but we weren't in a relationship.
Got it.
So
got it.
Yeah, no, I don't recommend dating the drummer, but you know, that's a different story. I don't recommend dating the
nigga
drummer.
on the keys. At the church, they be trouble. Them drummers, y'all be back there. Hosanna forever. You're a cheater, sir. Jesus.
Oh my God.
No, you know, like, yeah, you know, there are so many men that claim the men of God title when really you're just a man who goes to church. You're not even a man of God. Like, a man of God is someone who personifies the character of God, who is Christ-like, not somebody who's just, oh yeah, like I love Jesus, like. Wow. But there's no fruit. Like there's no will you love me like Christ loves the church? Or do you love yourself?
Wow.
That like the term men of God gets such like a bad rap because they're like, oh well, I dated a man of God and that wasn't a man of God, that was a man who went to church. So yeah, big difference.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
When you starting your podcast?
Sweet. When I'm starting my podcast. Yeah, that's yeah.
That's what I'm getting. I'm not saying God said.
Really?
No, this is Braylon said.
You know, I was thinking about it.
You got something to say now?
I was thinking about it.
Really?
Yeah, I really was, for real.
I'll produce it.
You produce it?
That's one of my goals. I want to produce podcasts.
Okay.
For women.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
You know.
Okay.
You said okay.
No, really. I really don't mind the help.
You should know. You should really do a podcast.
I'm learning that like help is good. That's what I'm learning.
I know that's
help
right.
is good.
Soft
Help is
life.
good. Yeah.
Baby,
soft
I'm
life.
over here like, please help. Come
Yeah.
help.
And it's okay.
Come
We'll
on.
get you right. We'll get you right.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Send me the links to the videos.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm so proud of you. I really, really am.
Thank you.
And I know we didn't get in. We went off on a whole. You're just. It's so many steps and sides and
Yeah.
faces to you. But I want to talk about makeup a little bit.
Okay.
And how you got into that, and like because you mentioned this on our Zoom. Just how you want to embrace more natural makeup with airbrushing. Tell me a little bit about your background in makeup.
Okay. So I have been doing airbrush makeup since I was 14.
I love that.
24 now, so that's been 10 years. It's the first and only makeup that I've ever used.
Still to this day.
Yes. Yeah, still to this day.
So what's on your face is airbrush.
Airbrush.
That's
all
insane.
airbrush. The only
That
thing
is
that's not
wild.
airbrush is the eyelashes. But like even like the liner is all airbrush.
How? Are you not brushing it all? Like,
well, I mean, technically the liner, like I put the makeup on a Q-tip and then like put it on like that. But like this liner stays all day. Like it's not about to come off.
That's
like, at
so
all.
cool.
Yeah, eyebrows, everything is airbrush makeup.
So dope.
Yeah,
Do you do other people's makeup?
I do sometimes.
Do mine
can.
one day.
Okay.
Could you airbrush my face?
Yeah, I could.
That is wild.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is so cool. Okay. That's dope.
What can I say about airbrush? It is the most sanitary makeup. There are no brushes touching your face. There is a learning curve, I will say that. And when I was 14, I definitely like broke down that first week trying it out. But like once I finally got it, I got it. What else? It is very inclusive because you mix your own colors. Like my foundation shade, it's a mix of 3 different colors.
That's so dope.
This face is like, I think it's, how many colors did I use today? I think I used 7 colors or so. And you
Mixed?
literally... No.
Oh,
not
total.
Mixed. Yeah,
Okay.
like in total.
Okay.
So it's like,
okay.
it's not, it's less complicated than people think.
Okay.
One thing that I am going to start on, one thing that I'm actually struggling with right now is procrastination. That's something that like I'm struggling with. Like I'm in like a season of like struggling with procrastination. And I don't know if it's just like a thing with like self-worth or whatever. Like I don't see like my own full potential. And so that's why I'm procrastinating.
You're saying with makeup or in general?
In general.
Got it.
But I'm supposed to be doing my airbrush makeup classes.
Got it.
Right.
Okay.
So that's why that's why I brought that up. But yeah, because there's not anybody like teaching how to do it like my way, because it's like I do have my own method of doing things because like I've been doing it for a
so
long time.
Yeah.
And this is like really like not popular at all. But I'm trying to get people to understand too that airbrush makeup is not just bridal makeup, but it is like an everyday makeup.
That's
like
so cool.
If I sweat, if I cry, like right now, like you'll see the tear at first, but then when it
It'll
dries,
go
it
away.
doesn't look like anything. It's waterproof. No, really, like it's
Like
I've
real waterproof.
gone swimming, like it's waterproof.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah. It's really it's really, really resilient. And actually, in LA, like my LA mom is the inventor of airbrush makeup. Yeah, God is amazing. Like I didn't even realize that the airbrush makeup that I use, like she's the one who invented like airbrush makeup.
How did you meet her?
So when I first started doing content creation, right? Because like airbrush makeup is like how like I really like blew up. I DM'd them or not DM'd them. I'm sorry. I emailed them and like I was like, I love your makeup so much, and it's really like a family over there. And so like I emailed them, and then we all hopped on a Zoom, and like I curated a relationship with them. And then I came to LA last year, and I met them, and then I just brought her flowers the other day because her husband passed away.
My God.
And like they built the company together. So, and she became my LA mom. She was like, I'll be your LA mom. And she really is like the inventor of airbrush makeup. So like, yeah, like when you think about it, I'm like, whoa, dope. Like, wow, like God is so great. Honestly, like God is
wild.
So great. Yeah.
So out of your procrastination, I'm going to end with this. Procrastination is what you're working on now, just in all areas of your life. What season would you say, if you could say the season in one word that you're in right now?
That I'm in right now. I was going to say that obedience is the last season, but obedience is the season that I'm in right now.
Okay.
Because I do think that I'm still learning obedience, because if I'm procrastinating, that's disobedience.
Wow.
Procrastination is disobedience. You know, if God is telling me to do something, I'm like, oh, you know, I'm more comfortable scrolling, right? Wow. I'm more comfortable laying in my bed than going into the gym. That's disobedience.
Wow.
You know, another thing that like God revealed to me, as I was studying, is that disobedience is rebellion, you know, from his will for your life. And anything like outside of God's will is witchcraft. Like a lot of people don't know that. They think, oh, witchcraft is potions and spells and rituals.
Right, and sorcery.
No, but like witchcraft is really just forcing your own will rather than going with God's will.
Wow.
And so, but the reward that does come with obedience, not just for yourself, but for others, because your obedience is not just for yourself.
It's connected to everybody.
Your purpose, like when you skip out on your purpose, it's not just for you, it's for everybody. Like even with Joshua and his calling for ministry, I'm like, you know, every time you don't release a word, you're literally like lives are in the balance. Literally.
Whoa,
like,
that's deep. When you really think
heavy.
about that, that is so deep.
Yeah.
So many people tied to your obedience.
Yes.
And your purpose and your calling.
Yes.
Souls.
Yes. Literally souls. So many people, like, you don't know who needs to hear what you have to say. And there was one thing I read in The Artist's Way, which is a really good book to do. I don't know if you've heard of that. But
I have heard of it. I've never read it.
Yeah, like it's really good. It's almost like a workbook. It's like you do like a week. Every week you do something different, and you go on artist dates and you start your morning pages. So like every morning you just write 3 pages of your streams of consciousness, and every week you take your little artist inside out on a date.
Oh,
but like you work through things like inside, like with your own self-worth and stuff like that. But it says that whenever somebody exhales a need, it is like breathed into a thought in the mind of another human being to be an answer to that need.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? And like that's how intentional God is. So when we're disobedient, we're literally we're denying someone else's need, you know, and our own as well, because our obedience, it's all connected.
It's intertwined.
Right? It's all connected. And so, yeah, I've noticed how rewarding even just the small acts of obedience is. Like I'm in LA because of my obedience for coming here.
Yeah.
In January. Like I didn't know what,
Not even a
I was
year
scared.
Yet.
Yeah, like I was so scared, and taking that leap of faith. But obedience really is it's a manifestation of your faith. If you can have faith, okay, you can say you have faith, but the action of your faith is obedience. So that's what I'll say.
I love that. Oh, we can just end on that note. Oh, I was going to say leave something for the women, but I think that was it. Unless you have something else on your heart that you absolutely want to share, girl, the mic is yours. Anything in your spirit, anything you feel.
I will just share 1 Corinthians 13:13. or a variation of it, which is tattooed on my body, and it says to abide in faith, hope, and love. The greatest of these is love, and I have love in with a capital L on my tattoo because God is love. So make sure that you live in faith, you always have hope for the future, and you always live in love with God as your foundation. That's all I have to say. And your nails are so pretty, by the way. Like, I'm seeing them changing the lights. I love.
Press on. I've been doing my own nails and my own pedicures. Budgeting. Stop playing with me. Mm-hmm. All the money going to the LTTA app.
And purr.
Download the app, please.
Please.
Get this app. I thank you. You're so beautiful inside and out, not just physically. I'm talking about your spirit. I'm talking about your mind, the way you articulate your love for God, the way you articulate your journey, your vulnerability, your transparency. It's just so dope to see that at 24, you're so mature for your age. And God is really, really using you, baby. I reached out because exactly what you're doing, I'm like, that's who you are in person. And it's so refreshing. You know, I've been potting for over 3 years. You reach out to, oh, you're dope. And sometimes people walk in and it's like, you're nothing like who you are on socials or, you know, and I'm not saying everybody has to be outgoing.
Yeah.
Introverted is perfectly fine. But I'm just saying energy, spirit, like, you're just beautiful. You're great. Like and I know you know this. But God is just getting started with you and your ministry by yourself and your boyfriend's ministry by himself and just what y'all are going to do for the kingdom together. Like that's exciting. You know, y'all's purpose together. So I love you and you got a new supporter in me. I've been on your Instagram just double tapping and scrolling and watching you sing and everything for the past couple months. So
thank you.
I just love you, girl. You got my number. Text me anytime. I'm about to be in LA more often now. So I'm going to take you to lunch or something. And just thank you for coming on. Let's try this again.
Okay.
Thank you. Drop your socials just in case they don't know. And then we'll get out of here.
On Instagram, I am Jalyka, Jalyka. On TikTok, well, it's the same thing on YouTube. So Instagram and YouTube is the same thing, Jalyka. On TikTok, I'm Jalyka Smith. We're going to drop that last name soon on TikTok. Amen. We're speaking into existence. So Jalyka Smith. Amen. Jalyka Smith. JALYKA SMITH.
Yes. That's me. All right, y'all. Another episode of Let's Try This Again. Y'all, drop in the comments what was your favorite part. She was dropping gems, baby. I ain't had much to say. I was listening. I was learning. I don't go back and watch a lot of my episodes, but the Jasmine Love episode with her husband, when they came on, I was like, I got to go back and watch that. There's some gems that I didn't get to really, sit and listen. This is one of them episodes. I'm going to go back and listen. And thank you for blessing my platform. Love you, girl.
Glory to God. Love you.
I will see you guys next week on Let's Try This Again. Bye.